This morning on Today's Money, couples and financial fights. A new survey shedding light on how widespread and consistent the problem actually is, revealing that couples argue over money an average of 3 times a month. Here with some advice on how to cut down the conflict is Today financial editor Jean Chatzky. She's also the author of Money Rules, and Betsy Schur Levy, who is a clinical psychologist. Good to see you guys.
Nice to see you.
And you both, in full disclosure, you both went to college together.
We did. Go Penn. Go Quakers.
All right, so let's just face it. Finances are it comes up above children, chores, and work.
That's right. We got this new survey from the AICPA, and it shows 27% of couples say that they argue about money every month. And people in the 45 to 54 age group don't just argue 3 times a month, they argue 4 times a month. So it seems to get worse as you get older.
Now that's interesting. Why is that, Betsy?
45 to 54, it's all colliding on you at once. You've got children, perhaps college age, you have to fund their college educations. Hopefully, if you have your parents still with you, you're taking care of their aging and their needs as they get older. You're also facing your own retirement. Let's face it, you're probably at the height of your earning potential. Your body's starting to ache. You're thinking of your own health care. It's all colliding in at once.
It sounds terrible.
Good times, everybody.
Really good times.
And then throw in the economy.
Right. So when we look at people whose financial situation has actually deteriorated in the past couple of years, they fight even more. And I think what Betsy said is really important. The people who fight most of all are the people who are just feeling like they don't have enough money.
Okay, so let's break it down.
Okay.
You say there's something, it's there, when people are fighting, it's usually over things of need versus want.
And the definition of what's a want versus what's a need. If I think getting a manicure is a need and my husband does not, and it shows up 4 times a month in our budget, well, that's going to cause a fight. People also fight about not having enough in savings and having unexpected expenses.
That's something else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that roof, leaks, all of a sudden, you don't have the money to pay for it. Kaboom.
Literally the rainy day fund.
Yes.
So Betsy, how do you counsel couples to deal with this?
Well, when you're talking needs versus wants, it's very simple. You may need that new stove. You may want the vacation or the flat screen TV. Now, in fact, it's very interesting, Al, because the want is very important in terms of the need. Marriages need the need and the want. You have to give yourself some pleasure. Life is short.
Sure.
Marriages need to thrive. There's lots of stress on the marriage, but you can't deny that needs are critical to the future of your family.
And then the other problem for couples is being deceitful about finances. I mean, this survey really reveals some shocking statistics.
Right. Top of the list, we hide purchases from our spouses, and we don't talk about our purchases.
Especially
big
a major purchase.
A major purchase. And here's where all of these problems could be solved. If you can sit down with your spouse and you can have a conversation where you agree, if I spend $200, $500, whatever number makes sense for your relationship, we are going to talk about it first. Other than that, maybe we don't have to talk about every cup of coffee that we buy, but when it's something big, we're going to at least have a discussion.
And Betsy, in the survey, it says more than 55%, more than half of couples say they don't communicate, they don't talk about that. How do you go about changing that?
Well, we know communication is the #1 problem in marriage, and particularly in regard to money. Money is just a lightning rod for conflict. So what we say is go on a money date. Make date night once in a while, at least once every 3 weeks before those bills are paid. Make it money night. Go somewhere pleasant that you both love. Give back to the marriage on your money date by being together, away from the kids or the stressors of your job, and talk about your budget. Talk about what you need to do. And if you can't get out from under and you can't stop arguing, surrender. You need help from a financial consultant, financial planning. It'll only help you move forward.
And Jean, dietitians, nutritionists tell you, if you're going to try to lose weight, you got to track what you eat, and it's the same with your finances.
Well, if you track what you're spending, it solves almost every one of those problems. Then you can look at that and say, is that a want? Is that a need? Can we free up some additional money to save? It gets at the heart of every single one of these issues.
All right, Jean Chatzky, Betsy Schur Levy, thank you so much.
Sure.